I'm not talking just about walking, from the grocery store back home and getting a little exercise. Yeah, that's great. What I'm talking about in this video is literally going out on a walk with a problem that you want to solve, because this has returned such big dividends in my life. I mean, basically every day you're gonna have some sort of problem that you're working on, and oftentimes that problem is gonna be the same, for a few days or a few weeks. But it's almost never a bad idea to go for a walk and just focus on this problem. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you how I do that, how it's helped me, and how you can do it. The first thing that I highly recommend is that you record yourself talking, and you're gonna look like a crazy person. I mean, look at me right now, dude. If someone comes around that corner, dude, I'm gonna kill myself. But you will feel like a crazy person, but it helps so much. Let me tell you this. There's this kind of idea of the rubber ducky, where I forgot who, some smart person was like, basically, if you're having trouble understanding something, you should explain it to a rubber ducky, sitting on your desk, and that'll help you gain an understanding. And that is 100% true. What you can do is explain it to an AI or explain it to yourself, because typically the reason that we have a problem, this could be wrong, but I'm guessing the reason that we have a problem and that we feel overwhelmed or confused about it is because we don't fully understand the problem. We might understand some part of it, but there's a deeper part of it that we need to figure out. And so what you can do is you can basically go for a walk and pick that problem right when you put your earbuds or whatever in. Pick that problem and then start your voice memos app or whatever. Just make sure it can be transcribed and start talking about it and say, okay, the problem for today is XYZ, and here's what I think about that. And then before long, I mean, for me, it's literally half a second, I'm already stuck in, dude. I'm just talking and think about this problem. And it's weird because, like, when you gotta switch hands here, gosh dang it, hang on. When you actually are sitting down, especially kind of near the end of the day, it almost feels like there's a fog over your brain. Once you've been exposed to a lot of different thoughts and questions and kind of you're just a little bit tired, it feels like there's a fog on your brain. The crazy thing is, once you start talking and kind of 5-10 minutes after you started walking, that fog just goes away. And all of a sudden, all the things that you think about, all the things that you talk about just become clear. And when you actually articulate things, when you start explaining things, instead of being able to ping pong around through your thoughts and making zero sense, you actually have to explain it in a way that makes sense. It's like a lot of people say writing is a tool for thought, and 100% it is, but writing is also, it's slower, right, than thought. But with speaking, you still have to make just as much sense as writing, or close to just as much sense, but you can basically get it written down. And the benefit of that now, especially with LLMs, is you can have an LLM look at your thoughts, look at what you've been saying, and kind of summarize it for you. So it really starts to get crazy after you walk. Maybe I go for a walk every single day. By the way, follow me on Strava, just search up my name and we could be walk buddies. But I go for a walk every single day, and at the end of the week, I mean, it feels like I know 10 times as much as I did at the beginning of the week, because I have these problems at the beginning of the week and I basically solve them one by one on walks. Like, some of my longest walks have actually been technical problems where I'm building an app and I'm like, all right, I need this database to have kind of be able to do these things and have these kind of requirements. And I figure out my database schema while I'm on a walk. And it's usually somewhat of an intelligent kind of solution. So that's one of the biggest things about walking, is you just solve problems. You can just solve problems. And even if you're not solving problems, if you're just walking to walk and you listen to a podcast, that's great too. I do that a couple days a week just because I know what I need to do. But oftentimes as entrepreneurs, we're constantly reassessing, we're constantly looking at kind of what we know and what we've learned and trying to figure out better ways to solve problems, or different problems that we should be focusing on perhaps. So I'm getting tired as hell holding this phone, but one benefit of being an entrepreneur is I go for a walk at like 3 in the afternoon and I haven't seen anyone in here all day, so I can talk to myself like a crazy person and it's fine. But yeah, I implore you to start going for walks. It's life-changing. All right, see you in the next video.